Good afternoon, good morning, family. I'm going to get straight to the point of why I am recording this video. It is because this past weekend I was a victim of a very interesting scam. I applied for a job on Indeed.com, which we know is a very reputable site. I was in particular looking for a remote job to do from home. One of the jobs was posted by a law firm in Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a CSR / personal assistant to their HR consultant. The law firm's name was Douglas and Runger, again out in Memphis, Tennessee. The correspondence, everything looked great. They had me even go to a site called WiseHire, which is a company that handles further surveys, interview type of programs to ensure that you are qualified for the job. After a few days of correspondence, I received an email that I was accepted and that I basically had the job. Now, here is where things started to get my antennas kind of going off. The company said that they would send me a check for approximately the amount of $4,700 to deposit into my account. I would get a $500 bonus for signing up with the company, and the rest of the funds would be used so that I didn't have to purchase the equipment I needed here at home, such as a fax machine, a computer, a desk, and so forth. Again, I figured this is a new process. I've never applied for a remote job, so I'm thinking this is legit. I went to my local branch. I deposited the check and I let Karen, my new boss, know that I deposited the check and awaited further instructions. That same day, she instructed me to begin wiring money to their shipping manager, who would handle sending me the equipment and loading it up with whatever programs they needed for their company to have on there for me to work with them. So me thinking this is the process, and after I did question to Karen, I did mention this is a very indirect way. Why didn't you just send me the equipment? Why would I have to get the money from you to then send to someone to send me the equipment? She explained it was all part of the process, and I believed it. So I was instructed to Zelle $1,000. I went ahead and I did that to a contact name, which wasn't hers, somebody else, which I also questioned her, and she said this was the shipping manager. I could not Zelle $1,000 because my bank had told me since this was a new recipient, I could only send $500. So then she proceeded to ask, do I have Cash App or Venmo? And I said, no, I do not have those other forms of apps, but I do have PayPal. So then she asked if I would send $950 out of my PayPal account to then again another person. And yes, I proceeded. Now here's the catch. Through PayPal, before you send the actual hit the finalize the transaction, it asks you, is this a business transaction or to family or friends? And she made sure to instruct me to click on family or friends. I did. Everything looks like it successfully goes through. I tell her on my end, it looks like all the funds were wired. As we are texting back and forth and she's feeding me these instructions, I'm getting more and more suspicious, so I happen to go on my computer in front of me and Google, do companies send you checks, a big check like this, and then ask you to start using that money to Zelle or wire to somebody else to take care of matters? And that's when the Hugh scam alert came up, and I read some articles of individuals who were going exactly through what I was going through. So I stopped all communication with Karen, and I quickly read the rest of the article, and I called my bank to stop the transfers. As of today, Monday, so 2 days after all of this happened, right now the funds are still sitting in my account, but the wire transfers have not gone through. I just want to mention that PayPal, I did talk to PayPal, and they said they wanted to warn me that I could probably not recover the monies that I sent because I clicked family and friends. I guess there's different laws or whatever that protect you with PayPal if you select business transaction that they're able to handle. But because I clicked on family and friends as a trusted resource or receiver, that more than likely I would not be able to recover or reverse that wire. So again, I had stopped all correspondence with this Karen person, dealt directly with my bank, reported that I thought that I was going through a scam, and then the bank confirmed that they had been receiving stories like mine. So I was recorded as claiming that I thought this was a fraudulent situation. And what they told me is that, yes, what I had read, companies will never send you a big check and then have you wire those monies out again. What happens is that check is going to bounce. It is fraudulent. It may take a few days, maybe up to a week, but that check is going to bounce because that is a stolen check. And that they wanted me to just make sure that I wasn't wiring any more monies. I also was instructed by my bank to go ahead and file a police report. That way I kept myself safe. And I thank God that I did not, in all of the correspondence, give this individual my social security number, my birth date. But again, because of the whole process, this person has my address, this person has my email, this person has my telephone number. So, long story short, I did all the right steps, which was to stop the whole process. Because what happens is you get this check, you have all these funds, and now you're wiring it, and the check bounces, and then you're stuck with the charges. So I'm just thankful that the wire transfers, because I reported it literally within minutes of it happening, that till today, because I did talk to my bank again, they have been paused. So when I did call the police department to file the report, they instructed me that because the money is still sitting in there, I haven't been defrauded. So I don't really have a case right now until that check bounces. When I looked at that check, because I took a snapshot of that check before I deposited, my bad. I should have even further questioned that this check was coming from a different company out of a different state. So I did call the company that was on the check. They did tell me that yes, they are involved in a scam and other people have reported it. So I've done everything. I've covered all my bases. I went through so many layers of feelings, kicking myself in the butt for not, just stopping and questioning things a lot sooner. But again, I thank God that that something did kick in, and I was able to stop the process from going any deeper, any further. So yes, I hope this information helps you. Please share, because I would have never thought in a million years me looking for a job on Indeed.com would land me into this situation. But I give God all the praise, glory, and honor that again, I am not out of the money, unlike some people who got conned out of up to $5,000. So be safe, be cautious, and yeah, love you all. Bye.